Hey everyone, welcome back to Zelda. And here we are, me, Aaron, this, Ricky, and we're going to continue our journey.
This. I'm this.
Well, I mean, you're not them, eh?
Them.
That? I feel
That.
like
I'm
actually,
a that.
this does sound pretty good actually for you, to be
Nah,
honest.
it works. It works. Alright, we're getting back into it. Had a bit of a rough going on the first one. Quite a few deaths, but we're a lot more equipped now. So we're gonna go tackle the first dungeon. I mean, in one of our earlier tests, we did the first dungeon without any of these upgrades. So if I can't pass it with what is happening with these upgrades, then I will never pass it. Oh, I'm stuck in a loop. I think I gotta go this way. I think there's a loop over here. Yeah. I've got to run out this way.
Yeah, go back the other way.
Yep. All right.
It's a danger zone. Oh no, the rocks. Oh, actually, you passed them pretty easily that time.
Got it.
Speaking of
keep
rocks,
running. It's all about speed.
Actually, speaking of rocks, The Rock is playing Black Adam in the new DC movie. I'm so looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, so I mean, I don't even really know who Black Adam is. Like, I'm not too versed with the comic.
Yeah, like he's, I guess, anti-hero is probably the. Because technically, when he first starts, he is a villain, but he's only a villain in that he's from the past. Like he's from a period where, 3,000 years ago or something. So like conquering.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like from the 50s. I was like, was he a racist?
Yeah, no. Yeah, like he originally it was Egypt or something, but later in the comics they make so that he's from a fictional nation near Egypt.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, so he sees things as like, oh, I will conquer, I will rule my people and then protect them and that. So he does, unlike other people, it's like, no, I'll kill people to protect my people.
The
and
glorious
obviously,
leader.
Yeah, in DC, killing people is a lot more of a no-no than in like a lot of Marvel comics and that. So he's a bad guy, but he's more of an anti-hero, I guess.
He is bad guy, but he is not bad guy.
Yeah, he's bad guy, but not true bad guy. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it because obviously The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, I really enjoy the stuff he's in, but also the fact that I've always liked Black Adam in the sort of story he tells, and that. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I've sort of seen some of the stuff with the comics and everything. I'm not really sure where they're going to go with the origin and that. In this one, in general, it's usually he wakes up in like the present, finding out that his nation is no longer an independent nation; it's being like ruled by a dictator or something. And he essentially just goes in and kills the dictator and takes.
If he's around Egypt, then that's about what's going to happen.
and it's like, my people need to be protected, and then like, obviously he's done that, and the rest of the other like Justice League and that or whatever, just like, you just can't go around killing people. He's like, why?
Stop me.
Like, he was doing bad things. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I saw a little bit of a reveal trailer today. Like this proper actual stuff that's been filmed rather than just like a little
Yeah, I'd seen like a picture of him in the thing. I didn't know if it was photoshopped or what though.
Yeah, so now I'm looking forward to that one.
I mean, speaking of like Hollywood movies, a little bit in line with this on the old Nintendo. Oh, Chris Pratt's going to be Mario.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's got a mixed reaction. That's had a pretty mixed reaction.
Is this going to be live action? Is this going to be voicing him?
No, he's voicing him. He's voicing him. Apparently, he won't put on the accent. He would. Yeah, I think he's.
What?
I think. Well, if he's going to put on the accent, then why wouldn't you just grab? I forget his name at the moment, which makes me feel bad. But the guy who's done Mario's voice for decades.
Because he's dead, I'm pretty sure.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he died.
Alright, we'll have to look that up. I'm not so sure.
I'm looking it up now.
I'm not so sure.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he was.
I swear the guy who's done the voice at least like the last 2 decades. I don't know if he's I'm not sure when Mario's voice actually first surfaced in a game. I'm not sure if he goes all the way back there, but I thought the guy had been doing it for like 2 decades, was still around.
That's right. I'm looking up now by you make your way through.
But I mean, like, that aside, like, a lot of people straight away are like, oh my god, that's terrible. I mean, because you can't really imagine Pratt going, oh, it's not me, Chris Pratt. But
I know, but like, that's just like, it's a me, a Mario. It's like, if like you need that. You need that.
He didn't always sound like that though. Like the live action film, the TV show. I don't.
Oh no! We do not talk about the live action film.
Oh, we're talking about it. But they had they did an interesting attempt at something different with that.
but that was because they ran out of money in that. Like they had so many.
I don't want to do that yet.
With it, so
yeah, fair enough. But but like all that aside. Chris Pratt's pretty funny. Like he's usually all right in most things he does, and he has done some voiceover work. You seen that animated film? I think it's called is it Onward, Outward? He does it with Spider-Man. What's his name again? Tom Holland. And he does a pretty good job. I think he does all right in it. Like I can see it.
I know he's done voice work, but I can't quite remember.
I honestly can see it working. Like if they do it right, I don't think it'll be that bad. Like, people are making out like it's the worst casting decision in the world, but I don't think it's the worst. It's unexpected. It's clear they're going to take him in a different direction. And they're not going to do the whole Mamma Mia, it's me, which is a bit of a stereotype. And probably a bit dated in a lot of ways.
Like, I know, but at the same time, he is Italian. And it's like, the idea is like, he is Italian. He's going to have
but how many Italians you met that speak like that, Like, the next thing he's going to be like, jump on something and go,
maybe not going, I'm Mamma Mia, but they're still going to have an accent because they're Italian.
I'm a horrible stereotype. So like Luigi from The Simpsons.
Alright, so I think you're correct that he didn't pass away.
As I said, I don't know if he's the absolute first, but I'm pretty sure the guy who's done it for the last 20 years. He's still around. Oh, shit.
In the 1990s, Charles Martinet, he took over in 1990s.
So for like 20 odd years, that's him. But yeah, so if you were going to do It's a Me and all that, you'd just get him, wouldn't you? So like, they're obviously not going for that. And we're a little bit absorbed in this conversation, so I'm not really talking about what we're doing. I've managed to grab the bow just then. So I've got the bow. Yeah, I got the bow, and the boomerang. We got the bow and the boomerang, but I can't actually use the bow yet because I don't have the arrows. Gotta go buy those from one of those traders for like 80 rupees. I don't know how much use the bow actually gets, to be quite honest with you. So as far as I'm concerned, oh god. I can't actually shoot at this guy right now. I might have to just bomb him or something.
Okay, so here's some fun facts. His work appears in both English and Japanese language versions of the games.
Okay, that was easy. Interesting. Well, I mean, I think he had that voice in the Japanese games. Just might be why it's a little bit questionable of a voice these days, because they were like, we'll just make him Italian. What do Italians sound like?
Yeah, well, I guess it's got to... I mean, when your first language isn't English, you've sort of got to really emphasize the accent on the English so someone knows that that English is not there.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really work if he's like, it's a Mario! You got to really ham it up so they know for sure.
Because, you want that whole instant, he's Italian, and it's just going, it's me, Mario, in English. If you're Japanese, probably going like,
hey, what's up, I'm Mario.
Yeah.
It doesn't really convey it very well, does it? Alright, well, we're talking over it. First dungeon down. Got my first piece of the Triforce, which is a lie in this. It's not 3 pieces. You need to find 8 pieces.
It's Triforce. It's Triforce as in the whole thing.
It is a Triforce. It's just been split up into far more than 3 pieces.
To be fair, they never said that it was only split into 3.
No, they didn't. It's just what you might assume from the name. But no, they didn't. Alright, watch this. I did it just before.
It makes an ass of me and you.
You and me, man.
What? Is it? It does too, yeah.
Think about how you spell assume.
Hey! I assumed that's what the
spelling was. All right, now I'm gonna try and find. I'm actually a little bit lost. Where is Dungeon 2? Actually, get out of here.
So back to Martinez. Just briefly, this is what got me confused because I think the original Mario person died.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. But in regards to him, he also voiced Parthenax in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Parthenax.
Yeah.
Wait, who's that?
That's the big dragon on top of the mountain.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah. Which is always funny because it's like, I'm a Mario, I go around like this, and then it's like, he's this giant dragon, like, yes.
I mean, that would have really spoiled the mood of that moment in Elder Scrolls. You know, if you come up there and he's huge, and he looms above you. It's me, I'm Parthenax.
Well, I think someone did a mod for it that did that.
Oh, God. Yeah, wouldn't quite sell the moment. Yeah. That voice. No, but obviously he no doubt does, a bunch of voice acting.
Yeah, no,
sort of thing.
He's done quite a few different games. But yeah.
I think there's something around here.
Alive and well. So if there's any fans of his that's listening to us and you were concerned for a moment, don't be. He's fine.
He's alive and well. Just not hired by Universal.
Yep. Or he costs too much. They're like the original Mario voice actor or Chris Pratt. Turns out Chris Pratt's cheaper.
I was gonna say if I had to put money on it, I'd say Chris Pratt's probably worth a bit more money. He's missed everything these days. He'll take over The Rock eventually.
I know.
Nah, The Rock's in. Rock's in everything. But you get actors like that, don't you? They're just
they're comfortable with.
Would you give them awards for best drama performance or anything like that? No, but they're always enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. They do well. They're good actors. They do well, and they do a variety of different roles. And that. So yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm not. I don't know if I'm in the minority or not, but I really loved him as Star-Lord. I didn't know anything about Star-Lord as a character, and I really like Star-Lord. I know a lot of people don't because of the whole punching Thanos thing and everything, but at the end of the day, I think he's one of the more grounded in a way characters in it.
Well,
he's a flawed human. He's not some perfect hero.
I think what, and this is sort of like, it shows it even more because he's obviously surrounded by aliens, but he's very human, and that's where like the whole punching Thanos thing. It's like it's very very human.
It is.
Emotion.
It's a very human emotion. Yeah, exactly.
All these guys are like, we're superheroes, and he's like, dude, I've just been trying to survive in space.
No, yes, exactly. The rest of them are still working on saving those that matter to them when he just lost what mattered to him, Like, it's easier for them to keep their cool in the moment.
I mean, that being said, the thing I have a problem with that scene more is that he punched Thanos and didn't shoot him.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no, I've already been down here. Whoops.
It's like you've got a gun, dude. Like,
yeah, just put those things to fire blast or whatever it is and just melt him.
Yeah, just put it in his mouth and bah!
Okay. Alright, so you reckon we just go to the next dungeon?
I mean, might as well. I mean,
I think it's through here.
We've done pretty well. We've got 45 rupees.
Yeah.
So up some more in the next dungeon and on the way.
Yeah, I want to get 90 so I can get that shield. And that'll go a long way. But that's a bit off, and that'll take a bit of grinding. So I think we're better off just giving the dungeon a crack and trying to make the rupees in here. All right. Look at these things. Bulge and red eye. What are they? Worms or are they snakes?
I would have said snakes because that seems,
It kind of look like a worm from Ren and Stimpy or something. Yeah. Or that like nematode or whatever it is in SpongeBob. That really old one, like. Yeah. They kind of look like him, don't they? When he was young and spry.
But all being said, like, I think snakes are pretty scarier.
Yeah, it's probably a snake, isn't it? Evil red-eyed snake. Oh. Ah, yeah, you're frozen. Done now.
You actually did pretty well to keep your health up. I've got to admit, you've managed to keep your flying sword for a bit.
Yeah, I have. It really does make things easier in this game if you can just shoot stuff from a distance. Oh! Should have seen that coming. Okay. Alright, this open. Let's see. What's in here? A key. Keys are always good. But also, one thing about keeping the sword active, it's a little bit easier with the blue tunic because you take half damage, a lot of these mobs have to hit you twice before you lose any health at all.
Brilliant.
So, yeah. Until you get to obviously harder mobs that hit harder, so one hit from them will take a heart. But when you're up against these little ones, luckily it takes a couple of hits from them before you actually lose that heart. So you sort of get a little bit more leeway to hang on to it. Alright. I mean, I might talk about it now because we were sort of absorbed in conversation in the other one, but that right there is the compass. And if you look up at the top left, it now shows you where the Triforce piece is in the dungeon. You see the red dot?
Yeah, so whereas I think... Did you get it? Yeah, you did, yeah. In the first dungeon, like, you get the map, which actually shows you the layout.
Yeah, and that actually shows you the layout of the rooms, and it can give you an idea. And in later dungeons, you can either get shortcuts or you need to blow holes in walls with your bombs in order to get through. And having that to sort of show you, yes, there's a room above you, doesn't mean you'll definitely be able to blow in, but it gives you more of an idea. How did they die?
No idea, I really don't, but
yeah. But yeah, it gives you more of an idea. So like the map is really handy in a lot of later dungeons. Okay, oh, here it is. Cool. So yeah, so I mean, we'll have a little look, because once I grab this in a sec, I'll just make sure these things are dead first. It'll show the map up in the top left. Yep. So we're basically looking at side-by-side rooms. Pretty straightforward. Oh, and just for you, I run into these because a lot of the time you can shift these blocks in dungeons, and it exposes like a secret room or something like that. That's what I had to do in the last one in order to get the bow. Stupid snake things. Alright. Got another key. Let's give these a little look. What'd you say, sorry?
You're getting pretty up there with the rupees. I mean, like...
Yeah, if we can get 90, that would be awesome.
Oh, they're trying to knock
these guys hit harder. Blue versions of things are always stronger. Blue versions are stronger. And I've got these...
So not homing beacons.
Ooh. Magical boomerang. So this is an even more powerful boomerang.
Ah, sweet.
I like the boomerang. Stuns a lot of enemies, and you can throw it diagonal.
I feel like it goes further.
Yeah, possibly. I'm really not too sure on that. Okay, what do we got here? Kill it in case it gives me something.
I would not have even thought you could hit them, to be honest.
Well, they kind of look like they're made of fire or something, you know?
Yeah,
so you wouldn't be able to just cut it with a sword, but you can. Oh, a very, very hard to distinguish key. That's the color choice in the background of this room does not help there.
But we can always use another key.
Yeah, well, I assume if they give you a key, it's useful somewhere. And keys carry over dungeons, I'm quite sure. So I can always use the key in another dungeon, so it never hurts. Oop. I hate those little things that come in because sometimes you walk into a room and you don't notice them at first, and you step out too slow, and they just catch you. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Oh, come here. Come here.
Oh, fairy.
Got it.
And back to the flying sword.
One thing is these boomerangs, you can actually use them to pick up items.
Look, I've done it. 94. Thanks.
Oh yes, nice. I can get that shield now.
And here we see. I want to know if this is like one of the original versions of a Japanese slime. Like
it looks like it, doesn't it? Those little drops.
Yeah, like the drop, because that's a drop or some similar type thing is how the slimes are depicted in Japan, as opposed to
Dongo dislikes.
Dongo. Okay.
Dodongo. I remember Dodongos from Ocarina of Time. I swear they're in Ocarina of Time. They're those big they're kind of like Triceratops sort of thing. Alright, what's going on in here?
So bring your pipe. But yeah, like the Western like D&D type slimes are a lot more like gelatinous cube type things. Or,
yeah, exactly right.
They're not like raindrop or button shaped type things that they've sort of Japanese media sort of has them, and they're nowhere near as cute and like they aren't as they're not a huge threat, but at the same time they are like not as basic level in Japanese RPGs. They're always like the rat version, I guess you could say. Like in the Western RPGs, it's like you just started your adventure, go kill this rat or this very basic thing. In Japanese like RPGs, it's like just go and kill this slime.
Now, just there, some people don't know that. You're meant to feed him bombs, and it takes 2 bombs. But if you can place it next to him, like I just did, he dies in 1 hit from the white sword. So, save yourself some bombs.
I would never have thought to feed him the bomb. I would have just used the bomb on him.
No, you've got to get him either very specifically on the sides, or it has to be directly in front of him, otherwise it does no damage.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, a lot of people will say, like, oh, you got to feed him 2 bombs and all this, but if you can get it on the side, he'll die in a smack after there.
I would have just,
Alright, second dungeon down.
Oh, amazing.
It's going to kill this little thing.
Try
not to touch any of these.
It truly proves that the equipment makes the man.
It certainly does. I was dying non-stop to the easiest overworld enemies, and then now that I got the tunic, and I got the better sword and everything, I'm able to clear through 2 dungeons. No problems. Alright, well, 2 dungeons down, got the rupees, let's go get this shield. Try and remember where old mate was.
Let's get it before we see something else shiny and spend blow a lot of money on it.
I'm still sour I lost that 100. I should be able to go back and get that, like...
Yeah, we found out that 255 was the highest amount of rupees you could have, and we happened to find a secret area that gave us 100 rupees. But like, oh my god, we're rich! But we had, what was it? Like
252
or something? And so it gave us like 3 rupees. I was like, what?
Yep.
And then as soon as you leave, you can't come back and get the...
No, you can't. Because I technically took it.
Yeah.
Technically took it already. Yeah, no, it's a bit rough like that, but oh well, what are you gonna do, I guess? Oh. Just gonna get some
revenge, I guess. So just go around killing all his friends. Wait, are you going the right way?
Yeah, I think I gotta go up, don't I?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure yeah, here it is. Awesome. Okay. Okay.
Boy, this is really expensive.
Boy, this is really expensive. Not too bad. Actually, this guy's the discount dealer.
Isn't there another shield? 120 or something?
Yeah, like 120, 160 or something like that. Alright, so now you can see I've got an even bigger shield, or a gigantic Bible.
Well, actually, yeah, well, it looks more like a shield with a cross on it. Before it looked like you just had the Bible.
Yeah,
this looks more like a shield. Hoping he'd protect you. But now you're like, no, I've got a shield. It's fine now.
It's almost as tall as me. It's one of those big suckers, you know, palisade shields or whatever they're called. Alright, well, we might as well make our way to the 3rd dungeon. Here we go.
I'm glad you knew where you were going, because I was like, I was looking, thinking, I did not think you were going to go to the right then. I thought you were just kicking me on down.
Oh, that's that hits the old retinas. But at least that is green.
Yeah, Link's not wearing green anymore. So.
Yeah, at least I'm blue. I stand out on the background.
Yeah, it stands out easy.
Alright, Dungeon 3. Well, I think that might be something for next time. Think we ought to leave it there?
I think we've done pretty well. Managed to go through a far better attempt now that we've got all this equipment. So, yeah.
Hopefully we can make our way through number 3 with no issues.
Yes. What could possibly stop us? I don't know.
There's probably something. There's most definitely something that can stop us.
We will now die.
I don't want to talk too big right now. I'm sure there's a lot of things in this game that can stop us dead in our tracks.
Alright.
Alright.
Anyway.
I'll see you next time.
Yep. See you, everyone.
Bye.